You were mentioning it when you walked in. We look a lot alike today.
Oh, we're both bald, yeah.
Yes,
we're both bald, wearing jeans, sneakers, and a zip-up hoodie sweatshirt. There's a chair here in the studio. I know sometimes when I do radio interviews, I feel guilty making like visual references to things that we're doing. Because obviously it's radio, so people have no idea.
Yeah.
But there's this chair that I'm sitting on, the most enjoyable chair I think I've ever sat on.
You like that
I don't know
chair.
who made this chair, but it's got all these like slidey things on it. So when you sit back, it's all ergonomic. And wait, is my voice coming in and out if I play with the chair? Can you hear what I'm saying?
It's okay. We'll let the processing work for us.
Okay. So I'm happy right now because I've got this really fun chair to play with.
Would you like a chair like that to maybe mix your next record with?
It's kind of noisy. Can you hear this squeak?
Yeah.
I don't know if on the radio you can hear the squeak,
Yeah.
but it might be kind of a hindrance if you're trying to mix a record with this squeaky chair.
So 18 comes out the 14th of May, and the first single from it, We're All Made of Stars.
Yes.
Tell me about that. I find it very Gary Newman-esque in a great way.
Yeah, it's sort of my homage to a lot of the new wave stuff I grew up with. Gary Newman, David Bowie, Blancmange, Depeche Mode. I realized, even though I'd grown up with new wave, I'd never, in the course of the 12 years I've been making records, I've never made like an overtly new wave song.
Yeah.
So I thought to myself on a whim, I'm going to write a nice little uplifting new wave song. So that's what it is.
Yeah, that guitar line on it is just the searing is...
And it's funny because I've been doing interviews and people ask me, like, how did you get this complicated guitar sound? Did you like Frippertronics or an EBO? No, I just plugged it into... On Pro Tools, there's this plugin called Amp Farm, which just makes guitar sound nice. It's just a guitar plugged into Pro Tools through Amp Farm.
Have you ever used one of those pod things?
Yeah, those are cool.
Yeah, those are cool.
You get all those crazy sci-fi sounds and...
Yeah. The video, Superstar Cast, how'd that come about?
Yes, idiosyncratic superstar cast.
Yeah.
Joseph Kahn, the man who directed Southside for me, the video is completely his idea. And the casting of the extras, basically, the original idea was to do this sort of like dirty Hollywood thing where like the video is going to be populated by people who've been sort of damaged by their time in Hollywood. And then we started getting people who hadn't been damaged by their time in Hollywood, like Thora Birch and, JC from NSYNC. And so we had this juxtaposition of people like, Kato Kalin and Tommy Lee and Dave Navarro and JC from NSYNC and
Todd Bridges.
Thora Birch and Gary Coleman and Todd Bridges and Mini-Me. So it was a very strange sort of like mixed bag of Los Angeles people.
What are Todd Bridges and Gary Coleman like? Are they damaged?
It was weird because we were in a Taco Bell at 2 o'clock in the morning or 2 or 3 in the morning shooting this, and they're wearing these sort of like 80s athletic clothes, and I'm wearing this spacesuit. Just the whole setting, everything about it was so surreal. Sitting in a Taco Bell with Gary Coleman, Todd Bridges. But I mean, every aspect of the video was surreal. But that in particular, it was just bizarre. I'm looking at this sheet here, and it says Ozzy all the time.
Yeah.
Is that those things where you're trying to decipher what he's saying?
Yeah, and you knew the last one.
I knew exactly what it was. Maybe it's because I spent so much time in Northern England.
Yeah.
But I should have called in and won, and I could have given my tickets to someone.
You could have given them to Sarah.
Yeah. Do you want to go to Ozfest?
Sure.
Really?
I'll try anything once.
The lineup seems very testosterone-driven.
Yeah.
Even more so than last year.
It's very man locker room.
Not going to be a lot of ladies in the house at Ozfest this year, huh?
I don't think so. Maybe not this year. What are you trying to accomplish on this record compared to your previous efforts?
Let me think.
That was a good DJ question, huh?
That is kind of a good. It's a good sort of like AOR. Like 1974 question.
I wanted to hit that.
So like when you cats were in the studio, like laying down the tracks, like what was the vibe like? What was I trying to accomplish? Basically, at the risk of sounding overly earnest, I was just trying to make this a record that people would really love. I mean, first and foremost, I have to make it a record that I love, and then also hopefully make a record that people will love. And this might be very pretentious of me, but I sort of aspire to try and make almost like an emotional soundtrack to people's lives. Like a record that someone can take home and fall in love with and listen to if they have a long car trip, or listen to if they're getting ready to go to sleep, or listen to if they're making dinner with friends. Something like a record that can have like the sense of utility in a bunch of different aspects of someone's life.
Because you do go through a myriad of emotions during the course of a day.
One does, yes.
Yes.
Not me. Personally, I'm emotionally shut down. Like, the only emotion I ever experience is resentment and bitterness.
That's it. I think it's called Paxil. That'll help.
Really?
Well, that's
that makes your hair grow too, doesn't it?
Well, I don't know. You working with Bowie.
Yeah.
How is that?
Well, it's weird because he's my favorite musician of the 20th century.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think I've ever had a bigger inspiration than David Bowie.
Yeah.
And he's my neighbor.
Oh,
he
really?
He lives across the street from me, and I played. One of the weirdest things I did last year was he was playing at Carnegie Hall, and I played guitar with him for 2 songs. So during Heroes, so I'm standing on stage in Carnegie Hall playing guitar for David Bowie singing Heroes.
Yeah.
And I wish I could swear on the radio because it's like that. That was my reaction. I was just like, like what in the world am I doing here?
Yeah.
Like he was my hero when I was 10, 11, 12. All the time I was growing up.
Yeah.
And now I'm doing this. Last year I did this festival called Area 1, and this year we're doing Area 2, and Bowie's the headliner.
Oh, okay.
So it's just so weird. Like, it's one thing to meet your idols.
Yeah.
It's another thing when your idols live across the street from you and you hang out and you have coffee and you play guitar with them every now and then.
And they're actually decent people.
Yeah, he's wonderful. He's really fun. I mean, first of all, he's David Bowie and he's royalty, and he knows it. He's been royalty since the early 70s for 30 years.
Yeah.
He walks down the street and people walk into walls just because he's walking down the street. So that can't help but influence one's demeanor and personality. But he's still a wonderful, smart, funny man.
Yeah. And he's headlining Area 2. Now, what else is going on with that? What's the lineup look like?
Well, the confirmed, they only have 3 confirmed people right now. We're negotiating with a bunch of people, but right now it'll be David Bowie, myself, and Busta Rhymes.
Okay.
And we're negotiating with a bunch of other people, so hopefully later in the week or next week we'll make the announcement of like what hopefully the complete lineup will be.
You want to intro your own song since you helped me do this?
What sort of intro you want me to give it?
A DJ,
like a DJ
on-air
intro?
DJ.
Oh, I don't know if I can. I'm feeling self-conscious all of a sudden. Okay, I'll intro it.
I'll give you 8 seconds. You can talk up the ramp. Okay.
Okay. Hi, this is Moby. You're listening to 107.7 The End, and this is my new single, We Are All Made of Stars. That was pretty good, huh?
Beautiful. 107.7 The End, Moby. We are all made of stars. He is right here in the studio with me, Dick.
Wow, there's some sort of dignitary driving down the street down there. There's like a limo with... Who's in town? I bet you it's that bastard Dick Cheney. Are you allowed to say bastard Dick Cheney on the air?
You are now.
Am I now going to get like arrested for seditionary activities? But there's something going on down. So we're sitting up here in the End Studios, and there's some motorcade going down there. There really is. I'm not making this up.
Is that for you? It looks like a hearse, though, doesn't it?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Did someone of note, like some notable public figure, die recently?
I don't think so.